you're not going to usually start off with.
Nah, I don't have a whole lot to say.
Your offense obviously wasn't very good today. 19 turnovers is a big reason, but just talk about your offense in general and where you think it is.
Yeah, I thought it was horrible.
Why?
Pretty, I don't know how more descriptive I can get than horrible, because we had 19 turnovers. And we're 2 for 13 from the three-point line with good looks. 2 for 13 from 3 with good looks, 19 turnovers. We're not a very good offensive rebounding team. That would be the third reason. We got to figure out how to become one. We had 30 misses, only got 12 of them. So all this stuff about how big we are. I don't see it. It's how big you play, it's not how big you are. We don't play very big. We're not real physical. We lack toughness in a lot of areas.
What's your message to the team, Coach, after a game like
We're awful. That was my message. We're awful, and if we don't develop some humility and a better attitude, we're never going to improve. Unhappy with the leadership in our locker room.
What do you mean by a better attitude? The players not being taken correction well, or?
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers have lost 4 in a row because nobody cares who's on their team. Nobody cares about the big three. The other team's got millionaires too. They're trying to win. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You better learn to embrace the uncomfortable things that go into winning, which is execution, effort, hustle, defense, rebounding. Realize how hard it is to be a good player at this level and to become a good team. And our leadership has not got the job done. We got too many guys worried about the wrong things.
These are things I assume, Coach, you talked to them about in practice.
I've been talking about it to it since every day since the summertime, because it was going to be a process. I don't care about our talent. You can have all the basketball talent in the world, but you get into the Division I level, the other team practices. They have older guys, they help, they rotate, they make adjustments. You just have guys take the ball away from you. Now, how many times did that happen tonight? 3 to my recollection. Troy once, Shaq off a rebound, Quadri on a face-up. That's just 3 off the top of my head, where the other team just takes the ball from us. So when I say we're not tough enough, I mean, this isn't a boxing match. You got to be tough enough to play well. You got to be tough enough to put the ball in the basket. You got to be tough enough to take care of the ball. You got to be tough enough to get fouled versus pressure. You got to be tough enough to go up in a one-on-one situation and not almost shoot an air ball. So, and we got to develop some toughness, and that needs to be the message from our returning players. Right now, we're full of excuses instead of answers. And that's just the truth.
Do you think this gets the retention more as opposed to winning?
I don't. You got to ask them.
Yeah.
What I think is what I've told them, that our season will be based on if we're tough enough to get the job done. Everybody's got talent. Last year, I had the 3 toughest guys in America, and I told everybody, and that's why we won. They were tough enough to get the grass cut.
Not a whole lot of time to get on track with a really aggressive and talented North Carolina Central team coming 48 hours.
I don't even know. I mean, the other team is the least of my worries, but if you're going to ask me about Lavelle and his team, he's the most, probably the best coach that's unknown in the country. Lavelle. So, did they win today?
I haven't seen.
Did Gelon re-injure his finger, or you just tried to get it?
Yeah, I don't like comment on injuries. I don't have an answer for this, so I can't go.
Do you expect him to play or do you not?
I don't know.
Why do you think they're able to get the job done on the defensive glass like they have, but struggle so much?
Playing Eastern Illinois, and all credit to Jay and his kids, they play as hard as they can. They're playing the OVC.
But they're getting it done on the defensive glass, just not on the offensive glass. Where's
A little
the
bit
disconnect? Yeah.
You're in position on the defensive glass. Offensive rebounding takes beating a block out. And then you can't get the ball taken from you when you actually get one.
Talked the other night after Farad costs 24 points that you might have a different leading scorer every game. Tonight he doesn't make a field goal. Is that just kind of symptom of
He played bad. It's a symptom of
more than
he was
just
0 for 5.
missing shots?
He airballed a 3 wide open in the corner. I mean, he's not trying to, but he's playing in his first year. You know, we've got to be, the problem with us is we've got so many new guys, they're 100% fact. New guys are inconsistent. So what you've got to do is, this year for us, we've got to be deep enough to where if Farad's having an off night, Kevin has a good night. If Gary's having an off night, Quadri has a good night. If Octavius is having an off night, then Corey can help him. You know, Shaq and Jermaine. You know, because we don't have anybody that's going to get 20 every night. It's just unrealistic. It's my 19th year in college. You know, first year players are inconsistent. They just are. And if they're not, they're only in college 1 year.
Anything else?
Thanks, fellas.